Hello. Is that a lightsaber? And we're live.
Mine's bigger than yours.
Welcome
Hello,
to the
everybody out there, all 6 of you. Thank you for joining us tonight on streamyard.com/Z9UZ. That's a long website title. They need to shorten that. We're here, Stu. What are we doing?
Yes. Waiting for this connection to warm up.
Apart from
good, mate.
Being extremely laggy, what are we doing?
We're going to be drinking beer.
Apart from miscommunicating the entire night, what's happening?
We're here. We're drinking.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Kind of. Yeah, slightly. It's bearable.
Okay.
For sure. We can roll
Worst
with this.
comes to worst, I'll throw it on the laptop. I'll leave you in charge. But let's get things rolling.
Bad idea. Yeah. So, yeah, let's get things rolling. I like yours is more, just actually a bit more dramatic than mine. I like the kind of slow bring in rather than the.
Mm-hmm. Don't let me distract you.
I'm massively distracted now. So yeah, happy May the 4th day, party people. Missed you. Thought to celebrate, we'd do something extremely special, as we always do. Every episode's special, but this one's a little bit extra special because we have Stormtrooper craft beer, and it is put out by Craggs, that famous beer brand. You know the one, Stu. Tell us all about Craggs. You've done some research on Craggs, and you're about to fill us in right now.
Yes, I believe you can find them on New Road, Cragvale,
okay.
Bridge. You know,
is that where they are?
HX7 5TT.
Okay. Fascinating.
We'll have to add them to our Christmas card list.
We will. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
It's Star Wars beer, or Stormtrooper beer, more importantly.
Okay, let's get back to basics. I like it. Filling the people in. So this came with 3 beers inside this tube.
3, I believe, light beers.
Yeah.
What? I have all the beer.
You conned me. Oh wow, that was pretty good. That wasn't
rehearsed.
I like the intelligent man that I am, remove them from the tube and put them in the fridge, so they are now ice cold.
Yes,
ready to get cracked open. Yeah, as you were saying, Stu, they're lightish beers. We have a India Pale Ale, which is the one that I just showed you. We have a Galactic Pale Ale, which I'm assuming is kind of a bit of an APA kind of thing.
India.
That's the one.
Pale.
Yep. And then a Pilsner as well, which looking forward to jumping into. So, yeah, I mean, we say light. That one's 5%. We've got a 4.4. And we've got another 4.8. So, session beers, these are not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward
Are these the beers you're looking for? Is it going to be one of these ones where we just do silly little quotes from the franchise?
You just started, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's no point asking me if I want to do this. You've made that decision already, Stu. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. Speaking on my behalf, it's awful. Do you know what I mean? I'm my own man with my own voice, okay? And I've got things to say that are interesting and intelligent. Like, I like beer. I want to drink beer. Beer. Beer.
Good job. So now that you've gone past
your
stage
as you notice, as you can notice, I get to be Tom 1 tonight, which I'm very, very happy about.
Number 1 Tom.
I was snatched back the title of number 1 Tom. I've won that award 3 years running. in and around the West Midlands area, and I am very happy. So we're celebrating May the 4th, but we are celebrating me being number one Tom in the county. So
Yeah.
a round of applause for that as well. Great stuff. I can see you're not.
I did. It
Didn't look like
there
you
was
were
a, it was a
applauding then,
delay.
so.
I was like,
Okay. Is it the old StreamYard again?
yeah, that's it. It's the connection.
Right. What do you want to start with tonight, young Stuart? You think it's a good idea to maybe leave the pills until last?
Sure, we can work our way up to it.
Yeah, start with maybe the Galactic Pale Ale. I think that might be the lightest. Actually, yeah, the IPA is the lightest. Sorry, would you like to try that with it?
Yes.
Let's start with that one, Stu.
Situation Normal India Pale Ale.
I like that, aka Sniper.
Yes.
This can art, can we say, is fantastic. Really nice colours, really pop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kind of time taken in creating these. And shoot, how did we come across these Star Wars beers? What's the story before we crack them open? How do we come to acquire them?
These were gifted to us. Now, on behalf of one of our listeners / cheerleaders, Michael Guthrie.
Thank you, Michael. Again, Michael, who also donated the Sun and Steel beer.
Yes. Speaking of Michael.
So I'm extremely happy to see just you, Michael, nobody else. None of these miserable bastards. The Lager Logs, don't know who that is. Screw them. It's all about you, Mikey. Absolutely beaming from ear to ear to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And we appreciate you hooking us up with more brew. Stu, do you want to crack this one open?
Yes, of course.
Let's do it. Ooh, satisfying noise. Is yours a bit explosive? It's probably because you took them out of the tube upside down, Stu. In the future, you might want to, keep them the right way up when you pull them out in excitement. That's a nice colour, that is. Ooh, very fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice.
You're right. It's like
kind of pineapple-y. Yeah, pineapple-y, grapefruit.
Pineapple's a good
very
shout.
Nice. Very, very nice.
I'm gonna have to let my glass settle down, so I'll start with the 10.
Drink out of tin. All right, buddy.
Yes.
Cheers on this momentous occasion.
Clink.
That's where you'll be if you drink too many of these tonight. Take it slow. Not bad. Not bad.
That's nice.
Satisfying brew. Quite crisp. A lot of flavour.
Subtitle,
very juicy.
Guaranteed to hit the mark, which is unusual for a Stormtrooper.
Correct, Mundo. Yeah, this one certainly seems to be hitting the mark, though. Very nice. Not bad at all. Very, very good. How's it taste out the glass?
It's nice. I'm trying to sugar down the head on that, but
any more words you could give us?
I'm going to try and wring the drops out of it.
Okay. Trying to cut through the foam there.
I'm going to let it play about with my tongue until.
Okay.
For the full flavor profile.
I'll sit here and wait. No bother.
Okay. So, one thing I want to show you is over this shoulder. There's a Star Wars t-shirt. Well, it's not a t-shirt. It's a jammy top. And it's
I did see that earlier. It's gorgeous, yeah.
I'm not sure how licensed it is because no one looks like
Let's have a look.
Star Wars.
Okay. That to me looks like it's artwork from the Marvel comic, the original Marvel comic. Yeah,
Well,
maybe
they
not.
didn't know what the final cast would look like.
I think so. Yeah, not the best. Has Lando got grey hair?
Kind of.
Or is that
Just
is that just the?
who's the insect behind Princess Leia?
I don't know who that is. He must be some kind of comic character that I'm unaware of. He looks a bit ropey. I got to be honest with you. I don't like him. Stu, take him away. Give me the creeps. Remove him from my sight.
That's
Get
fine.
freaked
That was
out.
the only reason it was up there.
Give me
It's
the
now his hobby in the
heebie-jeebies.
background.
That's yay! Speaking of hobby,
Not sponsored at all by them, unfortunately.
no reaching out to. Well, we have, but no reaching back to us from Witchwood. Sadly, guys, please, we're desperate. Get back to us. Got nothing left. Why don't you think there's a season 5? Come quick, we've got nothing left. Zero
Whilst it
ideas.
is Star Wars primarily tonight, we're also doing a wee competition. We're giving away
We are.
a gift voucher to Fierce Beer. So it's a £10 gift voucher that you could spend on their website. I know £10 isn't a lot, but it will get you a couple beer. It'll cover your postage if you're going to order something anyway. There's nothing wrong with 10 quid off your order, is there? So to be
Definitely not.
in with a chance of winning that voucher, you just need to subscribe to our YouTube and join us in the chat. Leave a message. Tell us what your favorite Star Wars film is, or if you have like a Star Wars memory or story you want to share. That's all you need to do, and then you could be in with a chance of winning a crisp £10 gift voucher. And I don't know, will we give it till say 9:30?
Half
An hour
past
and a
9.
half, and
That's
then
it, guys. That's the deadline. Kaput. We're spending the £10 ourselves. You guys get nothing, so you got to be quick on the draw this evening.
Yes.
Okay, we don't mind a couple of Fitz brews, so we'll happily spend that on your behalf. So, guys, get moving. Come on, I want questions. There we go. That's what I wanted. Stewie Mac says, "Is it Greedo behind Layla?" I don't know. At first, I don't know who Layla is, and secondly, Greedo. It didn't look like Greedo. It looked like Greedo's stunt double. And I'm glad that he's getting the fame that he deserves because he did all the work behind it, all the action scenes. So I'm glad that he's, we're shining light on him tonight. Can't quite see it, Stu. Let's get another zoom. Zoom in. I'll shield my eyes.
That's enough.
I don't want to see it again. It's going to be in my nightmares tonight. The vision I see in my dreams. Normally, it's my dad saying, "You're never going to be good enough." But tonight, it's going to be Greedo stunt double. Disgusting. Why is Chew? Oh, is it all about the t-shirt tonight? Okay. This is...
Yeah, it's all the t-shirt comments coming in.
You shouldn't have brought this on, Stu. It's blocking the way of some good, some quality questions for us to answer. Terrible.
I mean,
Terrible.
did you have anything ready to say?
I always
was
come
there a
unprepared.
script to this?
Hold on, let me just check.
He opens an empty Word document. It's got the words beer and Star Trek.
Something about beer and Star Trek. How did you know, Stu?
Because you're screen sharing with me, you diddy.
Oh shit! Oh god! I better click some X's quick. You've been using my laptop again. Stop using it without my permission. Yeah, I need written permission to use my laptop. It's my baby, dude. Toshiba satellite going 10 years strong. Shout out to Toshiba or me for looking after it. I don't know. Both of us are deserving. So, Stu, let's get to the basics. Let's get to the beginning. What was your first experience with Star Wars? How did it all happen? Start, please. Begin. Roll film.
Sorry, what was that? I wasn't listening. I was talking about my history with Star Wars.
I was reading from my script. You're supposed to listen to those parts. Yeah, if you could fill us in, please. We'd greatly appreciate it.
About the beers, yes.
Yeah.
This is the only history I've had. I got a Stormtrooper gift set one Christmas that came with a bottle of the Galactic Pale Ale.
With
And
Star Wars? This is your first experience with Star Wars?
I thought we were talking about the beer.
Oh, no, we're talking about just Star Wars in general, I think. There must have been some miscommunication. You know, the miscommunication I was talking about before. It's happening right now. But yeah, go with the beers first. Go with the beers. We can move on.
So yeah, quickly, I've had this one before.
Of the franchise.
So
Chia.
That one, I've had it. I got with a nice tumbler that had their logo on it, which broke weeks later when the washing machine went on like a high-speed spin, and it shook.
You need to stop washing your glasses in the washing machine, Stu. That's what
all the glass tumblers that were on the drying rack shook and fell into the sink, and the Stormtrooper was the victim.
Were you trying to stone wash your jeans? You know how people stone wash their jeans? Were you trying to like glass wash your pants or something? Get a nice pattern on them. Something just to spice them up a little bit for the ladies.
Michael Guthrie's wondering, how's the beer going down?
Thank you, Michael, for asking. My cans are fantastic. Yeah, I've been working on them lately. Just a lot of this, really. Just you want this kind of momentum, this kind of power. That's how you get tits as tough as mine. But yeah, the beer mats are quite cool as well. I like them.
That made me laugh.
And do you sell this beer, Michael? I've got a lot of questions for you. There seems to be a lot of pushing it tonight, and it's merchandise. I didn't know if is this your beer? Did you make this? Let us know, because it tastes like piss. Sorry, hate to break it to you, bud.
Stop it.
Soz.
And yes.
Soz, Mike.
So
there it is. The Yorkshire Ripper. Peter Sutcliffe. Bit weird to put it on a t-shirt, but
hey, if I put your face in a t-shirt,
that would be terrifying. Oh, it's happened already. Jeez, I forgot then. Wow, how many people have bought that? How many purchases?
See how many fingers I'm holding up?
You're holding a fist, it seems. For some reason, guys.
Stu McPherson has wondered what's the difference between the IPA and a SN IPA. It's a gimmick. They're just trying to sell a beer.
One's Indian and one's got a gun.
Is Situation Normal India Pale Ale.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that is putting the SN in the title. It's not anything to do with the ingredients, just marketing. You would know, Michael, as you marketed the beer. I don't know why you're asking us these questions.
That's a different person.
Stop. Oh, sorry, Stuart. Appreciate that. It's too confusing. There's too many Michaels. There's too many Stuarts. I'm just getting confused. Very confused. Oh God, we got a Phil as well. I'm never going to be able to keep track of all these people. Can we just start calling you numbers? Okay, number 3 says the S and the N. Thank you for your contribution, Phil.
That's my favorite Metallica album.
You're one letter away from something rather kinky, but less about that. This is a family stream.
Or a Scottish party.
That as well, if you want to put a downer on everything.
Yeah, let's not bring politics.
If you want to dampen the mood, then yeah, you're right.
So, but yes, my history with Star Wars. Do you remember when George Lucas fiddled around with the movies for the first time and re-released them in a gold VHS box set?
I do, yeah, I do.
That was my introduction to it. I was always familiar with it. Normally, you would see parts of it on like a Sunday afternoon on ITV when you're at your grand's house, but you never saw the start. You never saw the end. You got as far as the adverts, then you done something else. But I remember being off school sick, and I obviously must have been restless, and that was driving my parents mental. So they obtained a Star Wars trilogy box set. Just like, right, there you go, 9 hours. Like, just go away.
We're going out to the movies, going out for a bit of dancing, a restaurant. You do your thing, son.
Here's your babysitter.
Hopefully you don't die.
3 VHS tapes.
So I was so messed up now, Stu. Jesus. Guys, that's not how to parent. Please put it out there. It's not the
How do you
way.
think I'm doing this live stream right now? The kids are watching Sonic the Hedgehog on their own.
It lives on generation to generation. These tips are passed on. I'm pretty much exactly the same as you, Stu. Strangely enough, I had a VHS of Return of the Jedi given to me by my cousin. You know, you have like cool older cousins when you're a kid, and they just give you shit randomly. They're like, because they got too old. They're like, yeah, we're into porno now. You can have this video. Yeah. Like, I go out shooting now in the woods. You can have all my videos. You know what I mean? I don't need this shit now.
Isn't one of those videotapes where the first two, like, split second is like a topless woman, then it's the opening crawl to Star Wars?
Sadly not. No, this was one of the original VHSs of the theatrical version. I don't know where it is now. Somewhere lost to time. But yes, I remember seeing that when I was ill, banging that on from school and going, oh, we got this, really, really young, and not really kind of understanding what it was all about. But it kind of sparked my interest. And then I saw the 1997, I mean, what do we want to call them? Atrocities? Is that too strong? Or
was it 1997?
I think 7 was when they were kind of fiddled around with for the first time. Yeah, because that's when I saw it in the cinema.
Right,
they were all re-released, and I saw a New Hope with my dad and my uncle, and that was it. Obsessed, and I remember around that time or just after they released the Pogs. Do you remember them with the Walker's crisps? Man, that just started like a insatiable desire for crisps. And I didn't even like crisps. It was all about getting as many Pogs as possible in my little folder, collecting them, swapping them with the kids at school. And that was the start of it then. Yeah, from there it was like I had that same trilogy that you were talking about, the one in the gold or silver box.
Yeah, the black and gold. I think there was two. I think the original was silver. And then when George Lucas added more special effects, like tentacles to the Sarlacc pits and made that weird music video sequence.
That sucks.
Mind it's like in Jabba's palace, and then there's like a little rap video going on. And it's just because George found all this new technology and wanted to kind of edge it into existing movies.
He discovered hip hop and he was like, guys, have you heard this? I mean, I know I'm a bit late to the party, but this is a fantastic musical genre. Can we get that in ROTJ, please?
So
I'm desperate. But yeah, so very similar story to yours, Stu. Very bizarre.
All right, so Stu McPherson asking the big questions right away. Favorite and least favorite Star Wars film?
Interesting.
So
very interesting.
Let's start with our favorites, because that's it. Obviously, Margaret Sutherland is also wondering how many Star Wars movies there is now.
Check Wikipedia, Mags. Come on, we've got important questions to answer here. So, we're going back. I mean, we're going back one.
We've got episodes 1 to 9.
Deleting that question.
So 1 to 9. Then you have Rogue One. So that's 10. And then Solo, a Star Wars story. And I think that killed the sub-genre of a Star Wars stories.
Yeah.
So 11?
There's 11, yeah.
So there's 11 films.
Are we counting live action Star Wars Holiday Special as a film or that? No, that's
I guess that counts. So 13.
13 it is. Lucky number 13.
And then, of course, you have the Disney Plus series. So you have The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett. And I think today is when they launch the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series with Ewan McGregor.
Oh, is that today, is it?
I assume it's today.
Cheers to that.
Like
Cheers
a trailer, but
Obi-Wan is back. Let's drink to that. All right, Phil Smarty Pants 12. Okay, cheers. Yeah, we can count. All right. I was just about to get my toes out. I'm glad that you saved me from doing that. It's quite embarrassing. I haven't used my ped egg in a few months. So Stu, what is your favorite though? out of
Um,
those many
I
films?
I think it's Rogue One, but it was something a little bit
Really?
different. It didn't
Yeah.
rely on nostalgia
The
yet.
Donnie factor.
Donnie Yen, the fact that he had more than just you're Asian, you'll do the martial arts. Um, just like the kind of there was a little bit of that, but a little bit more.
Yeah.
They gave him like a catchphrase. They gave him a sidekick with a giant Gatling gun. Well, it wasn't a sidekick; they were a team.
Team, yeah.
But it was like watching Eastern Condors or the Dirty Dozen. It was like a
A little
suicide mission.
bit. Yeah, it's like a different flavor to it. I
Yes.
think it definitely stands out. Apart from the rest of the series, for those
Mhm.
reasons that you just mentioned, definitely.
And my worst one, and again, I mean, in the last 2 years, I've just saw episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, just
Um,
recently.
I think it was in preparation to see 9, so that might have been 2 or 3 years ago. But I don't know. I had a sticker album for episode 1, so I must have liked it somehow. And
I do
remember, you
remember when it
got
came out.
the little plastic Jar Jar Binks, and it was like an elastic rubber sticky tongue. You would just whip it against the
Oh
wall,
my
pick up
god, I haven't
paper.
thought of that in
Remember that?
ages. Yeah, yeah. Dude, was it
So
out of the one of the cereals?
cereal, yeah, I think it was in
Yeah,
cereal.
yeah. Oh god, I had one
So
of those. Yeah,
like,
that was disgusting. At the end of like a month
oh,
of having it, it was just
10
covered
minutes.
in shit. Disgusting, absolutely
Mhm.
disgusting. Like
But for
Jar
like
Jar himself.
those first 5 minutes of just whipping that thing about, it was like, this is amazing, best Star
Mm,
Wars toy ever.
mm. It quickly
And
faded. Those feelings faded.
so yeah, I would say episode 2 because I don't really have any affinity for it. What about
Yeah, I
yourself,
think.
Thomas?
Yeah, I think if you didn't see them young, you probably don't have the nostalgia factor at play there.
Correction from our friend Phil. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Phil, you
No.
better apologize. You. We love you, Phil. Thank you for the
Mhm.
help. We need it. Yeah. I remember when Phantom Menace came out, and I saw it in the cinema. So I know a lot of people kind of put that as the worst one, but I don't mind it at all. I recently revisited it. It's fun. It's kind of harmless. It's a kids' film, really. I think Attack of the Clones is kind of probably the worst of that trilogy.
Mhm.
That's kind of very low on the list for me because there's just not a lot about it that I like.
What about the little
And
CGI Yoda like jumping
yeah,
about?
that's kind of when the CGI went a bit mad. Phantom Menace was still a nice mix of CGI and kind of animatronics and puppets and stuff. And yeah, second was when they went a bit mad with the CGI, and it just feels a bit soulless to be honest.
Mhm.
But yeah, and I think my favorite, definitely one of the original trilogy. I mean, I think I don't know, it's quite easy to say Empire, but I think as I get older, maybe Return, just because I like the mix a
Mhm.
lot better. I like it. It's kind of a good mix of kind of the sci-fi stuff and like the family film stuff, and the kind of drama and the comedy. I just really like it, but it might come from it being the first one that I saw and that initial
Yeah,
nostalgia, rose tinted glasses, possibly.
of
But
course.
yeah, that's kind of my um, opinions
Mhm.
on
What's your opinions on the
the
television
series.
series?
I haven't seen them. I've seen the Clone Wars.
Oh,
Very
the animated ones?
the animated one, yeah, very long time ago. I don't think we mentioned that. Run
No,
of
no,
the
I forget
series.
about those.
But it's underrated, kind of really good, like kind of early like CGI cartoons kind of vibe, but
Mhm.
not bad at all. But no, I haven't seen any of the newer series, so I can't comment on them in terms of the Disney Plus series.
I've seen the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, and they were good. There's like the budgets of films, the visuals are amazing, but by the time it came to the Book of Boba Fett, I haven't picked that up. I'm not really too bothered about Obi-Wan. Everyone seems dead excited about it, but I feel like I'm
Yeah.
not really the biggest Star Wars guy. So
You're
it doesn't.
not kind of obsessed with it enough to
Yeah,
watch the
it
newer
does.
TV
All
series.
these spin-offs don't really excite me, which is.
I
But
think it
it's
dilutes it a little bit because I feel the same with the Marvel universe. I just feel there's so much. Same with Star Trek. There's just
mhm.
so much material.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
more series.
it's going to dilute it a little bit. It's going to dilute the magic, and it's a shame. I think it's probably what happened with Solo, and kind of from there, it seemed like people. What was the
Mhm.
last new one?
That was the
The one
last
before that.
film, I think.
Sorry, what was it before? Rise of Skywalker. I felt like with that's when the kind of backlash
Yes.
started, and people were getting a bit
hmm
fatigued, and it was just because it was
And
all too much at one time. I think.
then the issue with Solo, whilst I watched it, and like when it came out after the theatrical run and when it was out to own, I watched it then. And I was actually surprised at how good a film it was. It was just a shame that it was Solo. The fact that this guy had to be Han Solo, like no
Mm,
one could fill these boots, and they get this person who's like no, not a name I recognize. It right,
yeah.
you're young Harrison Ford, you're Han Solo. Like if it was just like I
A
don't know.
separate character, a similar character, like in the same universe, it would be a bit more kind of palatable. But I think because
Exactly.
people's
Like
expectations were so high, especially after just coming off a trilogy with Harrison Ford in it, it's not like you were
yeah,
kind of holding on to the nostalgia of the films 30 years ago. The fact that he was just in the films and then they kind of released that, and it was too
like
much to kind of too much weight to put on the
mm,
on the guy who portrayed him
yeah.
to put on
I
his
mean,
shoulders.
if
It's
they just
hard.
made it something outside, like they just cried him Jan Solo, and
Yeah.
just like it's a guy. He's in the family with Han. That's why the clothes look
Mm.
similar. But
San
yeah,
Holo. He's
yeah.
San Holo. He's a
Flute
Japanese
duo
prostitute, and he goes around, prosying. That would be better
sounds like a role that Scarlett
than
Johansson should play.
what
Sorry,
a role she should play, a role you want
but
to
she's
see her in, Stu. You need to make that
it's a role she's
distinction.
probably taken
You
away
big
from
pervert.
another group of people that should get the role before her. But she's like, I could be Asian.
Yeah, you might be right there, buddy. You might be right there, buddy. But yeah, I think that's the kind of main issue. Really, was that it's all just a bit too much. There's just kind of too much stuff coming out, and I feel
Mhm.
like with the TV series, I mean, yeah, I think Ewan
They
McGregor's
seem to be doing
fantastic
so much
as
better. Like they seem to be getting
yeah,
universally
yeah.
praised. So
Mm.
that might be the direction they're going now, rather than we need to pump out 2 Star Wars movies a year.
No, definitely. I think probably more people are actually watching TV these days. So I think it's if you're going to
Exactly.
get an audience, that's the way for it to go. But yeah, I feel like with Ewan McGregor returning as Obi-Wan, I think he's great as Obi-Wan. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll be more interested in this series than the two previous ones. I think I'll be more
I'll need
willing
to have a look
to
at the
give it
trailer
a
and
whirl.
see if it kind of tickles my curiosity.
Yeah, I think for the solo film is a bit because I think he did have a lot of production problems as well, didn't it? I think the director changed a couple of times. So for what it was, after having a lot of production issues, it came out not too bad at all.
Yeah.
I don't think not up there with the best, but certainly not a bad entry in
hmm
the franchise. And Big Stew there has agreed with me. So thank you, Stu. You must have read my mind, or
So
you must have been
does
listening to this. I don't know. Are you
so
in
does Little
here
Stew.
again? Get
Little
out.
Stew agrees with you.
Little Stew. Are you Big
Aye.
Stew?
No, I'm Little Stew.
You're Little
I was
Stew.
always called Wee Stew in high school.
You're
Just
Clean
because the other one was
Stew.
like
He's Dirty
6 foot
Stew.
stew.
Okay.
I'm
Listen, we
cleaner.
want.
That's it.
Right, can we get your measurements in the chat, Dirty Stew? And we're going to put Stews there as well. We're going to size you up and we're going to see who deserves the title of Big Stew and who deserves
But
the
no
title of Little
comparing
Stew.
sizes online and especially
Look,
streaming on YouTube
look,
because
we already did that at the
soft.
beginning. We already did that at the beginning. Do you want me to get this out again?
Don't
Need I
unsheath on
say?
camera.
Need I say more? It's like a massive cigarette, doesn't it?
Go on, light it. I dare you. Oh, we'll get kicked off for that as well. These guys are doing drugs on Star Wars Day. May the force be with you.
There's no other better time to be doing them, I think, personally.
Okay,
Is there any
final thoughts for the
questions
beer.
that we've missed? We've mixed?
Nah, we're up to date. We're up to date.
No, we're up to date. Brilliant. I'd hate to miss anybody out. We appreciate you showing up and interacting. Final thoughts.
This tin is empty.
Pretty good beer. Tastes to me like a bit between a cross between a kind of classic English IPA and a New England IPA, somewhere in the middle. Would you say, Stu? It's kind of
definitely got the fruitiness of an NE IPA.
Yeah,
So,
kind of got that hoppiness, that classic hoppiness, but also that kind of fruit crush, juicy flavor of a Nipah. So no, I think that's a winner in my books, and it's bursting with flavor. Definitely doesn't skimp out on the flavor. So no, I think so far so good.
So, where are we going now? We're just working our way up the percentages.
I think it'd be good to jump on the pale ale. Seeing as this is one that you've tried before, let's save something that you haven't had to go on till last. That'd be a good idea. Rightio. This one is the Stormtrooper Galactic Pale Ale, 4.8%. Again, beautiful can art we got there. Really nice stuff. Shepperton Design Studios are the guys behind this. Shout out to them. Do you reckon they just all live in one big house at New Road, Crag Vale, Stu? Hebden Vidge. Hebden Vag. Hebden Bridge, HX7 5 Titty.
Are you thinking it's just all one street?
It's just one street. They were so lazy. They were like, guys, just someone in close proximity. We can't bother, looking far and wide. Just get the person who'll do it for the quickest, in the quickest time for the lowest amount of money, but still manage to pull out something beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, not as beautiful as my wedding photos, but still good. I mean, that was the actual pose that we were in. It's me, Mrs. Boyfriend. That was the pose that we did. Oh, there's someone behind as well. I think that's a mom. Bit littler.
I was going to say, this sounds like a honeymoon photo.
Definitely, there was a little bit of honey involved. To be honest, yeah, I had porridge in the morning after a long night of shagging.
I was gonna say sow and oats, but no.
I needed. It was hot. It was porridge. I had to. Yeah, there was oats involved, but it was the next day rather than the initial night. So but you got to keep up your strength. Get that protein back in your body. Get that fiber in. You know what I mean?
Sniff the beer, Tom.
You got it. Oh, got a bubbly one. It's like champagne. Okay, bit more subdued than the previous one.
Yep, there's no real burst of flavor there.
No, I'm getting quite subtle. Quite subtle indeed. Are you going for the pour, Stewie boy?
Yeah, I'm going for the pour now.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
This pour is a lot better.
That's a very good pour, my friend. You're drinking from the Stuart Brewing glass, is that?
No, that's a Cool Brewing tonight.
Cool Brewing. Beautiful. Beautiful.
But and also, if you want to be in a chance with winning our £10 gift voucher for Fierce Beer,
I like how you did that.
Scottish craft beer company, ask us a question in chat and subscribe. Quickest way to win yourself some beer money.
What is there to lose? Apart from your health, physical health and time. Who gives a shit about those two things? I don't. Think I look like someone who cares about that. Right, cheers, Stu.
Cheers, Tom. That's a 1 bar on the internet connection there. That might be
Oh,
my end.
whoops.
You okay?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. I think that that's very similar to the last one, but quite light.
Yes, it's definitely
Mm,
far lighter.
4.8, but there's not a lot behind the flavour, I don't think.
Yeah. I think it's just maybe in contrast with the first one being really fruity. And this one kind of has a lot of similar characters, but it misses that kind of burst of fruit.
Definitely, yeah. There's like a little bit of maltiness, like on the very back end, as it kind of leaves your mouth, it leaves your system. It's kind of there, but yeah, not bursting with flavour, but
Mhm.
still very drinkable indeed.
Um, is this a bad time to spring a last beer's watched on you?
No, of course not. Let's go for it.
Do you want me to go first to give you time?
Did you want to put me in the firing line first? I can do
Yeah,
that. Of course,
I
sorry,
ask
man.
you. I don't ask myself questions.
Oh, I thought you did. You always speaking in third person. You weirdo. I had a religious education teacher that did that in school. Very strange lady. Miss wants you to be quiet now. Miss is expecting your homework to be turned in on time. So
You
just
said
just
an
just say
R&E
you. Just
teacher,
say
but it
you
sounds
want to
like
do it. Just say
she
you want to do
clearly
it.
moonlighted as a dominatrix.
She was. I was gonna say. I got that vibe. It was just it was the look. It was the vibe. It was the way she spoke. I mean, it kind of turned me on, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Just a little bit.
Just
My sexual
just
awakening. My sexual awakening was people
what have you
speaking
been
in third
drinking?
person. So, what did I get up to? Okay, yeah, I got an interesting one on the weekend. And I don't know whether you remember this, but do you remember a couple of years ago when I drank all of that stale beer at the pub? That crate
Yes.
style beer. And do you remember what beer that was?
Oh, was it like an icebreaker or oh, I
Close.
feel as it's in that range. Is
It was a Sharps beer.
okay. It wasn't Doombar.
No, it wasn't Doom Bar, sadly. It was can't remember now. What was that beer called? Sea Fury,
Oh, okay.
which is their kind of strong bitter. I think it's a strong ale in the bottle because it's a bit more than 5%. But I think on a cask, which I had it in, found this nice little pub in the city, which I'd never been to before. A great selection of cask ales. And they had that, yeah, which I hadn't drank since then and had not drank a pint of it that wasn't stale. So this was good. This was something I wanted to do. This is something that I wanted to get behind, and yeah, it was fantastic. Really, really good beer. I think that it's got similar characteristics to Doom Bar, but it's just a bit more fruity, a bit more
Yeah.
maltier. Um, lovely, lovely beer. I don't see it around kind of much in the bottle.
Mhm.
Anywhere really. I don't see any sharp stuff apart
Yeah.
from
I
Doom
haven't seen
Bar,
them for
to
a
be honest,
while.
which is yeah, which is quite sad. But I was in London a couple of weeks ago, and it seemed like all I could find in terms of bitter was Doom Bar. So maybe it's a regional thing, but it's great to revisit that beer, and something that I definitely will look forward to having a go on again. Very very nice stuff. I
Mm.
think I can't think of anything that I've tried in their range, apart from the one that you mentioned, is it the Atlantic Pale
Yeah.
Ale?
Yeah.
I've tried that ages ago. I can't remember quite a lot about it, but this one's, I think, a good one from them for sure.
Good. Good. I tried one of my beers from the Grain Schooner set.
Oh,
I got
brilliant!
it was I think it was Firebrand Brewing.
Mm.
Uh, the title was Anne Howell, A.N. Howell Golden Ale,
Okay, I was
and
just joking on my beer, not the fact that that was a golden ale.
like he's drinking
Um,
traditional.
golden ale! Oh my goodness gracious me! How was it? How was it?
It was really good. It really surprised me. I was literally right, just grab the first 10, have a look. I was like, right, I'm going to sit and play some Halo. I'm going to get this game finished. Cracked open a tin, poured lovely, had a swig, and I was like, "Whoa, this is like got a bitterness straight away."
Mm.
And then just kind of just sitting, just nursing it as I play through my game, and it just
It's a bit strong.
no, it became really drinkable, and
Really?
I was like, after that initial bitterness, and it kind of sets the tone of what you're going to be drinking. It became such an easy drinking, smooth ale, and it was just like I would probably buy that again. Like, it was
That
just a
good.
nice, crisp, golden ale that just kind of kept me alert
Kept me
and
alive.
yeah, helped me save the galaxy.
Was it? It's a local brew, a local company. Is
I'm not
this?
too sure. I mean, I don't think it's that local. Let me do a little Google to find out.
Bit of
Fire
research.
Brand Brewery, Cornwall.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, and oh, that's the good thing about that. The grain schooner mixed box I got. I guess it's just craft beer from up and down the country.
It's like the best of British beer, but for Scotland. That doesn't
Possibly,
make
yeah.
sense. That doesn't make sense.
Mm,
The best of British beer, but with more of a focus on Scotland.
yes, sure.
Yeah.
Or just based in Fife, so it's just along the road.
Shithole. Yeah.
Like, or,
Don't
excuse
go
me.
there. Not good. No. Don't don't enter there. Get
Don't
the
make me
grainy
punch this
schooner.
camera.
Don't get the grainy schooner to send you beer to your house from there because it's a bit ropey. Yeah.
So, Thomas,
Yes. Do you have
did you have
another
any good?
last beers watched, Stu, before? No, you go. You speak, please. I
Yeah,
spoke too soon.
I just wanted to ask if did you have any interesting beers when you were in London?
Oh, okay. So yes, I did. I did. I was obviously too drunk to take pictures as per usual. But yeah, aside from a couple of really good Doom bars, which surprisingly were just out the bottle. I don't know why. Whether it was a bit hot and I just really enjoyed it. It was very refreshing. I think Doom bars are great, like summer bitter, because it's quite
Yeah,
light. I think for me, that's one that I do turn to. If you want something a bit maltier, but something that's not too heavy in the summer, I think it's a great brew. But yeah, I found a Samuel Smith pub while I was away, which was good. I didn't know they had them down south.
hmm,
And I managed to have their old brewery bitter again for I think the second time I've had it on tap now, and it's my favourite best bitter to have on cask easily.
mm,
Just gorgeous. Every time I've had it, it's been amazing. They've always got a fantastic range. Everything I've had out the bottle of theirs is great, but actually trying it on cask is just different experience,
mhm,
and it's just always just quality. If you're looking for a beer in terms of that kind of that maltier side, that kind of more traditional side, I think they're just a fantastic company, and they have a lot to offer in terms of that. And yeah, they have a lot more pubs around than I kind of realized because there's not any pubs near me, but kind of out there in the world, which I do not go to often. I like to kind of stay here, just
mhm.
surrounded by darkness, enshrouded by shadows, with myself. But yeah, out there in the sunlight, there's some fantastic brews in their pubs, and yeah, there's quite a few about. So yeah, you and me have spoke about them a few times, Stu. I think you've liked whatever you've tried from them. You've kind
Yeah,
of
I've
dug.
tried I think an organic stout, and that's it.
Yeah,
I always
their
see it
organic stuff's good. Yeah,
when
even
I
their wheat beers pretty good as well. Like very
mhm.
surprising.
And that's it. I've only found them in one place, and that was at Pillars of Hercules Organic Farm Shop in
Yes,
Falkland.
Yes, yes.
which highlighted in our YouTube video this week. But I think we've got our
Check
first
that out.
guest.
Fantastic video. Very proud of Stu and the
So-
work he did with that. Everyone go and check that out. It's at the top of the YouTube page now, or maybe the second video on the YouTube page. Check that out. Amazing. Support your boy. Incredible stuff.
And speaking of your boy, I think we've got one of them waiting. Let's have a look. Let's introduce our first guest. It's Scott. Good evening.
Scott, here he is.
There
Evening,
goes my
buddy.
Euros.
Your Euros.
What's your man's
Oh,
name drink?
No, I don't want that one.
Did you
Let's play with the camera a little bit more.
Euros? Did you donate to the streams? What's going on, man?
Sorry, I'm trying
Can
to
you hear
find
me?
the best angle for the three of us.
We're just experimenting with angles
There
right
we
now,
go.
Scotty boy. There he is.
Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
us? I
Yes,
can
we
hear.
can.
I can hear you now. Yeah, I like your T-shirt. It's very nice.
Came off the shelf just like that.
I don't remember our collaboration with DC.
Oh,
You
yeah,
shopping
yeah,
in
yeah.
TK Maxx again.
Primark exclusive.
Pep and Co. number is that? Don't lie. It's not in Primark. I shop
Oh,
there.
Pep
Yes,
and
we're
Co.
in
No.
joke.
Oh, no. Scott, how are you? What are you drinking tonight, buddy?
Very good, very good. I had to walk down the
Yeah.
shop and I found out that. Did you know Banksy's did a Star Wars beer?
Is this piss take? Because
Hey,
I
well,
specifically told you no silly stuff tonight. Just serious.
No, it's coming.
this
beer
is
talk,
serious, and
Scott.
I've got
You know the
with their printing as well because it,
Okay.
as soon as you get a bit cold and it starts to dribble a little bit, starts
Yeah.
to come off.
Okay, that's. I can see they've
It
really
did
put...
say Star Wars exclusive,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah, no, they put some money into that for sure. They've really kind of put a lot of money behind that. It's a shame it's not selling as well. But how is it different to the normal Banks's bitter, Scott? Is it
it's a little
slightly
bit more on the light side. Did you get
is it
that?
more horsey?
It's a bit more forcey. It's got a bit less dark side, a bit more light side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a nice
This
blend
is the
between
bitter
the
you're
two.
looking for.
Scott, we were just talking about our introduction to the Star Wars series, kind of what's the dealio, why we love it. Happy May 4th, by the way, Scott. We wanted to kind of know your experiences.
That's
and,
that's right. Yeah, that's the one in it. Yeah,
Boom! There we go.
that's Star
And,
Wars. Yeah,
That's this, isn't it?
This is the 4, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Is that one? It's that one. Is that?
is that the one?
That's the one. Yeah. Is that Scotty too hotty or
That was Sky too. Like, yeah.
are you need
I'm
to
not
take
doing
your
the
shirt off
worm,
if it's
man.
too hot? No, you
Not
should
doing the
though.
worm.
I'll do it.
The
I'll
numbers
start
would
it.
go up. The numbers would go up if you did that. So yeah, man, where's your kind of start with Star Wars and did you see them as a kid and kind of your history with the films? The
Yeah,
franchise in
yeah.
general?
We used to have back many moons ago. We used to have a local video shop. Do you remember those?
No,
No, too young.
too young.
Stu will know. Stu will know.
Yes.
You
aye.
all know.
We had one on High Street called Video X.
Video
Um,
X. I had Video Triple X
wasn't-
in Warsaw. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we only
It's
got
in the
one
triple
X.
X ones. Yeah. We used to have one. And it was literally called Video Shop.
Great to the point.
Creative.
Yes. At least you knew what you were getting when you went in there, though.
Of course. Yeah, of
Mhm.
course.
And I'd grab them off the shelf every week.
Mhm.
Every week, the original VHSs, and then
Nice.
one Christmas I got the. Do you remember when they released them in like a box set?
Literally just talking about this. The one with the silver or the gold kind of trim on it, or the one side.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
silver.
I had the
Yeah.
gold and black,
Mhm. That's
Amazing.
it.
Yeah, amazing.
and it was literally Darth Vader's head that was on there.
Yeah. Incredible.
On the
Yeah,
thing.
incredible.
And I used to
yeah, I
watch
think
them religiously.
Man, I think we've all got similar, origin stories with it. But what I did want to bring up, Scott, now that your beautiful face is here, and I've been reminded, is do you remember that night that we got hammered on Gold Label and attempted to play the Super Nintendo versions of the original trilogy?
was we a little bit too wasted at this point?
I don't know whether the game was just. I think it is really, really hard, but we definitely struggled to get past the first level. But God damn it, we gave it our all.
I remember it was the first level. Was it on Hoff?
Yeah.
And we couldn't get up the hill.
We couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. We tried. But you recently have been playing. What was the previous Star Wars game that you've been getting into? I remember that was something you were playing last year or something. You were really into it.
Was it the new one? The new Star Wars?
The newish one. Yeah. What was that one called?
What's it? Fallen Order?
What was that?
Fallen Order?
That's the one with Cal Kestis or something like that, yeah.
I've never played it, but I know there was the 2 Battlefront games, and then there was Jedi Fallen Order, and I think that one was
the one.
Praised.
That's the one. It was really good. It was sort of from the perspective of a Padawan at the beginning of Order 66.
Ah.
And it was sort of taking you through his journey after his master was killed, and all that kind of thing. And it was just documenting his journey to find. I can't even remember what it was. It was to find something, but it was fantastic. It was really good. It was really good.
Yeah.
One Star Wars game that I do not recommend. Yeah. One Star Wars game I don't recommend is Squadrons.
Bad.
Oh yeah, the flying simulator one.
Yeah, it's terrible. If you want a good flight simulator, play Battlefront.
This isn't a Battlefront podcast, Scott, sorry. Don't get confused now. This is like too many friends with names that begin with S. This is
That's fine. It's fine, Scott. It's just me and you now.
There we go.
Okay.
This is what I've wanted from the beginning, to be honest with you.
It was a good point that you brought up the Star Wars games. Well, we'll just say you. I remember getting one for the Game Boy as a kid, and I could never make it outside of the cantina. You're just sitting listening to like the 8-bit music with that memorable theme. I was like, it's quite good. I might just stay here. But then when we got to like the generation like the Xbox 360, those Lego games got good. Did you ever have a chance to play those?
You're going back a few years. I think I may have picked them up at some point here and there, but nothing that really sticks out about those games.
They have a new one coming out now, which supposedly covers the whole 9 episodes, but it's more of like an action Lego game. So I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good excuse to say, the kid wants it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the Lego stuff, though.
Mm-hmm. You guys talk about Star Trek. Where's going on?
I think Captain Picard's the best captain. So
he's the one that did the things in space. Yeah,
there was a big spaceship, and then they went round and picked up alien women, I think, or was that the other guy?
I don't know. I do know that the other guy did a fantastic cover of Rocket Man by Elton John, and I've seen that many times, and that's something I like to put on Friday night and just have a cigar and a whiskey and just chill out to. You know what I mean?
I know, Tom. We've done that many a night. Yeah,
many times. You've seen it. You've seen it happen.
Sounds far too cultured for you, Thomas.
That was
when he comes around my house, that's all we do. Listen to William Shatner smoking cigars.
Just the way he breathes it in and the way he breathes it out. It's just
Nick Cage and The Rock, just sitting in his undies on the roof playing guitar.
It looks a little bit like that. Yeah, it looks a little bit like that. Yeah. Did you guys ever play the PS1 game, the fighting game? It was like a Tekken ripoff with Star Wars characters.
Yes.
It was rather dreadful, but I have a lot of nostalgia for it. That
How
was
did that
that's the
work?
one. Yeah, it was really bizarre. So you'd be like Luke fighting Han, or like Darth Vader fighting a stormtrooper. It was just really, really strange.
Yeah.
But I
What, you
remember that
just
was
have
advertised everywhere at the time.
instead of lightsabers, Luke Skywalker just runs across the screen and starts punching the F out of Darth Vader.
It's like that. You could fight as a stormtrooper. You'd fight, but then you'd like pull out your gun at times. It was just
So
really,
as a special attack, yes.
odd. Yeah.
I
It was
mean,
a very strange game.
you're
I
making me
remember
think.
that game. I think, wasn't Boba Fett the last boss?
Possibly, yeah, possibly. It was a strange one. I don't think it was a good game, but I got a lot of nostalgia for it. Did you ever play the Shadows of the Empire game on N64? I remember watching my mate play that in school a lot.
One of the
That's like
first games I got. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that whole thing's an interesting topic. Releasing a film, but without the film, and a soundtrack and a novelization and a comic and action figures, but there's no film wrapped around it, and it's still sold. Very, very interesting, I think, concept. Very, very interesting project that was.
It was a really good game as well. That was really good.
That I've heard the N64 game is really good. Yeah, I've been meaning to kind of read that novel for a long time, set between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
I've heard pretty good things about it. Yeah.
Did you guys ever play the original PlayStation Star Wars game, where it was literally actors that you were controlling?
No. Did you dream this one up, Sky?
No, it was one that was one of the first games I played on the original PlayStation, and I thought it was amazing because you were controlling this rebel pilot, and it was an actual actor.
Oh,
Well,
you're
like
talking
you were
about
controlling
I think I know what you're talking about.
Or...
Yeah.
Ah.
It was fantastic. It was like I'd never seen anything before like it. You had obviously the PlayStation was all blocky graphics and things like that, and then you've got this Star Wars game where you control an actual human actor. Obviously not live, but
yeah.
but when you're playing the game,
Not like a marionette puppet.
Can you imagine? Jesus Christ. That'd be interesting.
Well, yeah, that game was fantastic. It was. I've never seen anything like it since.
I know there was a lot of like an FMV game. I know there was the X-Files games that was similar to that. It was kind of like cinematic. It'd show you a lot of cutscenes, and you'd kind of pick like the way you go. And there was a big boom of them. I remember like when the PS1 came out, because they could actually fit the video recordings on the disc for the first time.
I remember there's one. It was Sega CD, and it was like I think it was called Night Stalker, and it was you were in a house. Night Trap
with
and
the burglars. Yeah,
and it's like a sleepover, but then there's these walls turn around.
Game.
Like just women being abducted if you're not quick enough to switch between like the 9 cameras. And I remember my friend had a notepad of every like account of every second of where to be to successfully save everyone. I was like, this is a scary game. Who thought it's like, oh, let's just do like I was going to say, is rape the game? Like, women being abducted. You have to stop it from happening. But this has
there was a lot on the
line
with that. I don't like stakes that are that high in my game. It's too much, man.
It must be well done.
I know. I like my beef quite low, like here. Like I like to get into fights with midgets, so that's where that comes from.
I've seen
Speaking
that.
Of Ewoks.
Yeah, every time you and me, Scott, that's what happens. You ever seen the Billy Crystal film, My Giant? It's a recreation of me and Scott's first encounter.
We don't want to go into our first encounter, Tom. We don't.
No,
we don't want
not
people
live,
to know
not
what
live.
happened.
No, not live, not live.
All you know, it involves an elevator and a stack of clothes.
We will save that for the next episode. Scott, it's been fantastic. See you later. Thank you for contributing. So what do you reckon about this beer, Stu? How are you feeling?
It was good. It went down fairly easy. Another empty 10. Maybe just with them being on a low percentage and it just make them really easy to drink.
Easy drinking, yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised because when I looked into like research for this episode, there is a lot of Stormtrooper beer gift sets, lots of different variations. So yes, I imagine there is also a dark side set which must have stouts and porters and maybe red ales. So we've gotten off light, let's say, with these ones.
I like what you did there with your words. You combined words in a certain way, and it was comedic, and I enjoyed that. Stu or Scott? Scott, Stu. Which one? Which one is it? The one that under this.
Yeah, it's always hard to point when you're on camera.
I always do this, and then when the YouTube video comes out, I'm pointing to the moon, the wrong way.
I edit it that way, so you're pointing to the moon.
Oh, is that way it is?
Yeah. You're correct every time, but I make sure.
I thought so. Just pointing outside the window, just there normally.
That's no moon.
That's what is that? They're having that kind of cheese race that people have. You know, they chase the wheel of cheese. I think that's what's happening outside now. Yeah, they're hosting it in Birmingham tonight. It's quite interesting. It's weird.
I can't imagine a lot of fields.
I think they do in a day, to be honest.
I was given a Star Wars reference, but you kind of ruined it, Tom. So.
Oh, sorry. What was it, Scott? You can go again if you want. It better be good now, because if you go for a second time and it's shit.
Well, basically you said about that you're pointing to the moon, and I said that's no moon, and
the Death Star.
It's a space station, but
are you
it's too late now.
I failed to show my bum cheeks in the street that one time. So you had to say that's no moon. That's trouser.
It's probably hardly a Death Star because these guns keep blowing it up. Like this is our third time belting it.
I feel bad for the Empire.
It's that famous speech in Clerks where they talk about the second Death Star being blown up. It's like, come on, they're independent contractors. There's no stormtroopers there. They're plumbers and electricians. People had families.
Stu, what happened with your C-bomb there? Did you do something with your tongue? It sounded like you were speaking in tongues a little bit, like you did a click. It was quite interesting. What happened there?
I'm just trying not to swear live, you know.
Are you okay? Stu, do you like dogs or cats? Which one was your favourite? I need to put a plaster on all these guts I have. They're everywhere, all down here, all down there. I'm suicidal, basically. Depressed.
I'm the admin, so remember.
Oh,
that worked too well.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Some would say you're in touch with the Force there, or
yes, it works. I mean, occasionally. I mean, if I try hard enough, it should. There we go. Going up. Just be cashing that in all night. Now, let's see. Is young Thomas back? Does he want to talk to us? Does he want to come back? Oh, he's turned his light on. He seems to have forgotten that we're live.
Tom, put it away.
Into your ears.
All right. I couldn't resist. You know, two hunks like you just being in the same proximity. It just does things to a boy. You know what I mean. Stu, do we have another guest?
Thomas. Do we?
Somewhere. Apparently. No, do we not?
I do know that John from Lords wants to join us, but I haven't had a message from him yet, so I assume he's not ready.
Ah, okay. Is he washing his hair?
I've heard differently. But here, give me 1 second. I'll let you two have a wee chin wag.
Fantastic.
There we go.
Thank God, Scott.
This is just like a normal Friday night. This is.
Honestly, I've been trying to get rid of him for ages. I'm just so glad it's finally happened, and it's happening in front of everybody else, so everyone can see what a scumbag he is. And he's a bad father. He beats his kids, and he doesn't even piss in the toilet. He pisses next
Hold
to
on
the
a
toilet.
minute.
And I've seen it happen around his house. It was terrible. One time he did me a cup of tea and he gave it to me, and actually it was coffee.
Was it lukewarm as well?
It was lukewarm as well. It was hand warm. It was
Carbonite.
Yes.
Was it that cold?
It was freezing.
Did you take a sip and was like this?
I did. That's good. That's good.
It's good. That was
Is your school getting that stage play of Empire Strikes Back together? Because you
my
look
school.
Like you were, you're the school, Sunday school that you go to. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is. That's actually
Go to
really
the place.
I'm impressed with that. You only look like you're having a stroke, somewhat.
6 years at drama school. That was.
Rather than complete. Is that a talent show? Is that what you brought to the talent show? Everybody else singing, dancing. You brought that. You got on stage, did that. Amazing. Jeez, did you win that one?
Tom, let me give you a fact that I recently learned about Star Wars.
Okay, lay it on me.
I'm here for the
Make the
facts.
show a bit more interesting.
Did you know that when A New Hope premiered in France, the day before, they used their guillotine for the very last time in a public execution?
Wow, was it George Lucas who got beheaded, or
no? But it was a guy that had a very Star Wars type name.
what was the name?
The name was Hamida Jandubi. That's a very Star Wars name as well. I think the irony there is top notch.
That's very. I think the irony's pretty good, but I think they actually make them. They make them up of steel, the guillotines, rather than iron, and I think that's more effective because it cuts straight through rather than iron, which tends to, devastate, crush the victim, where it just slices straight through. I would know because I'm a weapons specialist, and I know about these things. I know kind of what to do and what not to do in a situation with bladed weapons.
That's very dark.
Our fourth guest. No, it's not my child. You.
It's Stu's kids.
No. Okay, no, he's away.
Get out.
Don't beat him again, Stu. Stop beating the little ones. Stop beating the little ones.
This is YouTube, Tom. Don't say things like that. Would you like a quick joke? A Star Wars joke?
Yes.
Go for it.
While Stu's chastising his child.
Stu, can you stop chastising, please, for a second?
Okay, I'm ready. Tell me the joke.
Why did Anakin cross the road?
No idea.
To get to the dark side.
Amazing. That's it. End the stream. Best,
and with that,
moment
let's bring in our
of
next
the show.
guest, John.
That's all we need.
Hello, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
We can.
John, how are you, bud?
I'm all right. I'm sorry I was a little late. I got in from work. I've had a mad one. We've got Brew London tomorrow that we're going down to. And I thought, I'm going to have a chill in the hot tub. But then I nearly fell asleep.
Did you not want to stream from the hot tub?
Yeah, I've done that in the past on Crummies.
Okay.
But this one, when you turn the bubbles on, it's really, really loud. So you can't hear anything. So
it would, in essence, just be a bath then.
It is, yeah, essentially. Yeah, if I was on then. But yeah, I have been known to hot tub live stream before.
Oh, so name of your channel?
Really bring that into our repertoire, Stu.
That sounds like a Twitch, if anything.
Bring them in.
Is that an OnlyFans channel you've got going?
Yeah, it does sound like an OnlyFans.
Well,
are you selling the water? Is what I need to know.
If you go to our Instagram, go to our link tree, and you'll find our OnlyFans link right there.
Oh,
who has it all?
There you go, guys. There you go. Hit that up.
So Lord's Brewing, Instagram, Linktree, at the bottom, OnlyFans. Happy May the 4th.
It's beer in clear jars instead of cans. You can see everything.
Everything. See
It's
it all.
really extreme. It's really extreme, guys. Check it out.
Extra
Check it
froth.
There's a lot of froth. There's a lot of froth. This side of the computer and the other side of the computer. So, guys, check that out. Off your time.
I wait for the first person who does it and comes back and goes, flipping it. It's quite funny. It started as an April Fool's thing, and then I've left it up there because it's quite funny and childish. So I've put a bit of Star Wars action on my display at the back there for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Just see that. Yeah, just about to see that.
So
Is that the old
are you all,
portable
like-
TV? Is it?
No, I had a
What is
TV
that?
up there, but you couldn't really see it. But then this is called a Davoom. It's like a little LED panel, and it's got 64 by 64 pixels in it. And you can just put
Oh,
like
nice.
little GIFs on it.
Ah.
So, yeah, it's quite good fun. It's my inner geek enjoying it.
It's where I display my NFTs.
Yeah, yeah. You have an NFT as well.
It's where I display the PDFs of my swimming certificates from primary school. The things that I'm most proud of. Just kind of one.
Absolutely.
One. Brilliant.
50 meters of backstroke.
Come on. That's impressive. Really impressive.
Sundown Nook.
So,
Yeah.
John, I
Right,
believe
Stu,
you
should we do this
are-
third beer?
Oh God, yes, there's more beer.
Ooh.
Right. This is the third one. Stormtrooper Light Tipede Pilsner.
Yeah,
what
that's the worst
Pilsner?
name.
5%.
Yeah, it's the strongest one
Cannot
of the
is
bunch,
beautiful.
funnily enough.
Yeah.
A Pilsner
as
stronger
previous
than
to.
the IPA and the Pale Ale. It seems backwards.
It's interesting. They're normally a bit kind of heavier than your normal lagers, so I'm looking forward to kind of cracking this one open and seeing how it tastes. I think this is my most anticipated of the trio, so get this. Let's make sure
Nice.
to get this on mic. There we go.
Oh shit!
It's splattering.
I shook the tin.
It's squirty. Pass
Jesus
the
Christ.
sponge.
I had to make you.
You've been shaking these up before you sent them me. Stu.
I blame it on Yodel. Oh God, it's just a sea of foam.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
Nailed
boy,
that,
is.
Paul. Nailed it. That's like that's a pour I'd be proud of.
I need another tumbler.
If you like froth, that's the way to go.
That's the way to go. Well,
Part
check
two.
out the OnlyFans. You get all you need. That's another shout out there.
That's true.
Check it out. Right, okay. You gonna try this one, Stu? You gonna attempt it out of the
Yeah.
can? Or...
Right.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm having one of those child discipline moments. 1 second.
Oh, I've had lots of those tonight.
It's yes, it's not bad. It's not as spicy or as flavoursome that I would expect from a pilsner, but it's not bad. It's quite subdued, isn't it?
No, I'm finding it
It's quite-
spicy. Like peppery.
Really? Yeah.
Like,
I'm getting a lot of that.
When we tried the Fierce Pilsner from Fierce Beer,
Mm.
I'm getting real
Shout out.
similar.
Win
vibes
yourself
with
£10.
that. Yes.
Yeah, it's quite similar. But yeah, not too heavy on the flavour for me. It's a bit more kind of subdued, a bit lighter. But at 5%, I think it's definitely kind of like a full tasting beer. There's a lot to it. It's definitely not light for sure. in terms of the actual kind of consistency and like the volume of it. But flavor-wise, it's coming off a bit lighter than I was expecting, but still pretty good. I think the IPA is in the running for the best beer of the night so far, but this isn't half bad.
Oh, we started off strong, I think. Yeah.
Ooh,
This one's not bad.
Yes, it's been all downhill. It's been all downhill from there. Yeah.
But
Since we got these two goons on, we were doing so well before. Honestly, just brought the whole show down. The quality is just dipped. We've got exactly 3 less people than when we began. That's awful. That is, and 2 of those were my dad.
Oh, really?
I'm leaving that banner up for people to enter our Fierce Beer competition because we have 2 entries so far, and one of them is my wife.
Yep.
So I don't want it to look fixed.
I think I'm the other one, to be honest.
I was going to say, you're looking at you two. You can't. You're not allowed. You either feature on the show or you enter the competition. Them's are the rules.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
You are.
You want staying on the competition. Paul's beer review says, "Evening, fellas."
All right,
Might
Paul.
be
Good evening, Paul.
He's one of my very good friends.
Thanks for joining us.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Hello, Paul.
I will be eating dinner with him tomorrow at Brew London.
Oh yeah, tell us about Brew London.
Brew London. What can I tell you about Brew London? Brew London is the first ever big beer festival our brewery did.
Where is it?
It's in London. Funnily enough, clues in the
I
name.
think I should tell you where it is in the title, at least.
Yeah, I should have said Birmingham, shouldn't I?
There we go. That's it. That's far better now.
Oh yes. So
Just
yeah,
put me in the timeout corner.
It's in the print works at London. Sorry, Keys. And it's a really good beer festival. It's like it has lots of. It's like, how can I explain? Somewhere between a beer festival and a mad nightclub. It's awesome.
Oh, yes.
So at night, there's lights everywhere. There's live DJs. It's like mega. So this time, I've bought a laser to project onto the ceiling.
Ooh.
So I just messing around, just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Does the laser say anything that you're going to project?
It says I could only get a certain one, so it's like it's actually a Christmas one because we're on a budget. So it's Merry Christmas, like Noel, Happy Noel. It's got pictures of Yule logs that go around real slowly. No, it's not really. It doesn't say anything. I wanted one that projected my logo, but it's like 300 or 400 quid.
Imagine if it could just do like a QR code, and then people could take the gamble on whether it's a link to hardcore pornography or beer. What do I get? It's like Russian roulette.
That's something I would definitely do, to be totally honest. So it's a really good festival. It's good fun. We had a really nice time last time, so we signed up to do it again. We actually weren't going to do it because the way lockdown went, it seemed a bit close having it in now.
Yeah.
But actually, it feels, as we got close to the time, we're like, actually, this feels right. So we decided to do it. So it's very exciting. And we're a little tiny brewery, and there's lots of massive breweries. But there's also other little breweries like us. So we have fun.
Yeah.
Great.
Fantastic.
So
I think the little breweries are always better as well, to be fair.
I mean, I tell you what, I think there is a place for all sorts of beer. I don't know what you guys think. So like, you can be very cool for school and all that, and you can be like, "Oh, check me out! Yes, I'm Lord's Brewing Company, and yes, we like to get in the field and forage for wild berries for our beer." Or you can be like, "We try and make beer, and we try and make good quality that people like, but there is a time for a bag of chips and a Foster's."
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, that's why I found all the kind of BrewDog stuff initially quite cringy because it was kind of going against all the kind of mainstream
said it.
beer, in their eyes, and kind of fighting against it and going, "Oh, I've had enough of this. This should be the beer that people are drinking." And really, there's a place for all of it. There's a market for all of it. There's a a time and a place for everything beer related. I think that's kind of what beer's all about. All these different kind of flavors and styles, and it's fantastic to explore. But as you were saying, sometimes you just want a can of whatever's in the local Tesco and go with that.
I'm currently drinking that. There you go. That's where I'm at. Bit of Crombacker pills. Love a good pill. Yeah, cheap and cheerful, well made. Doesn't give me a bad hangover because it's not really got much in it. And I'm drinking it out of a Hofmeister glass because I'm an 80s child, and that's what everybody should do. Follow the bear.
Oh man, I'm so glad it's come back. I had it. Was it last year? I think end of last year, and it's as good as ever. Fantastic, Hellas.
Paul's looking forward to trying some meat this year. How medieval.
Well, he does look like a bit like a ginger Viking. So,
does he drink it out of a horn?
No, but he can. But I have a drinking horn here that he could borrow.
Did he ever take an arrow to the knee?
Not that I
Classic
know.
meme.
Have any of you guys ever used a drinking horn? By the way,
No. That's
I would love to. Wouldn't love to.
No.
1 second.
I've got the horn while drinking many a times, but that's something different, I think, right?
I've seen that firsthand as well, and it's not a nice sight.
I've
I've seen that many a times. You just can't stop me, when I get going. It's terrible. Just lifting up tables and everything. It's awful.
Oh,
really
that's
bad.
awkward. Knocking people's pints over.
Yeah,
Everybody's
it's
wondering
happened
what
many
you're
times.
pointing at, and then they're like, "Oh, hang on, that's an odd place to point from."
It's
Yeah,
happened. People want directions. When you've had a few, it's great because you can just point over there. You don't even have to use your hands. It's like,
Is it not?
where's the toilet? Just over there. It's great. Really good.
So,
it's all right. Hands-free.
the closest, it's not really the closest I've got to a drinking horn, is my full body pint tumbler.
That's nice. Oh, I like that.
If I could get in profile, just
Yeah.
Is that still in the
see
box,
it.
you bastard? I bought you that like 2 years ago.
it's only been 5
It
months.
hasn't opened it.
I could see that going down very well at Brew London.
Yeah, could you imagine this on the drying rack?
Yeah, I think you might get cancelled before you even start. You
This
know
could
what I mean?
take someone's eye out.
Yeah.
She was cancelled many years ago. Many years ago.
These are not bifocals.
I've got something close to bad as that was.
Jeez, talk about beer goggles.
My wife's favourite drinking tumbler.
If
It
any
all
of you
depends. It all depends on where you hold
wondering
that glass
why I'm
as well.
wearing this tea towel, it's because I can't be trusted to open cans. Apparently, this is why this is happening. I've been told this needs to happen going forward.
Speaking of cans,
inappropriate bottle opener that I got from B&M Home Bargains. It was called Bottoms Up Brenda. I was like, wow, I'm surprised B&M are going for that, but they did. So that was kind of funny. The beer horn, I can only explain because it is a real horn. Now you got Bottoms Up Brenda. There she is.
yes.
Stu was partaking in that sale too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
obviously cracking arse on her. That's all.
All I can say
That's
is drinking out of this is like drinking out of an old shoe. And that's exactly what it smells like inside. So if anybody ever tells you that this is the way to go, say no, it's not.
It looks cool.
It is. It's got a holster, so you can walk around. Although this stabs you sometimes as well, which is kind of awkward. But yeah, it's a genuine horn off a cow, but the cow apparently they chop it off. The cow regrows the horn and they chop it off. So seems like a long way. You've got to wait a long time, haven't you, for that to grow? I should imagine.
Yeah. I'm sure the cows in the field thinking, they're going to make fucking beer horns out of me, aren't they? This is why these are still here.
I saw it coming.
Some cunt's got mead.
It's got mead in it, yeah. So you one of you's from Huddersfield, and I'm guessing it's the man in blue.
Yeah, the one that actually has clothes on tonight.
So, did you grow up in Huddersfield, or did you?
No. Yeah, pretty much grew up in the Midlands, but was born in Huddersfield and spent my early years in Huddersfield. How about you? Are you still located there?
Yeah, I'm still in Huddersfield. So I lived somewhere else before, hence the accent. My dad was from London. He was half Irish, and my mum was from Wakefield. And then I ended up in Huddersfield.
Okay.
So yeah, I love it here though. It's a beautiful place. Unfortunately, I can't understand my kids or my wife.
Maybe that's a good thing. Gives you a bit of quiet time, you know.
Pop that there.
Don't want to see Scott's room.
What happened?
Everyone seems to be disappearing.
I just thought I'd give the Hudders boys the room to themselves.
Is that because you worry?
Nice little catch up.
I'm not going to be able to understand a word they say. I'll just back out.
In case we draw knives on one another. Stabbers
I
feel.
thought you were going to start comparing horns. And I'm worried.
That might happen, or just start a game of rugby, just completely at random right now. Stranger things have happened.
Mm-hmm. It's 9:30, so I think we need to draw the winner to our fierce beer competition.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's see. Let's get the old screen share going. This works easy with two monitors. I don't care. Let's see. Here we go. So it's between Dirty Stu and my wife.
Oh, come on. Fix.
So,
wow.
It's rigged. Rigged.
I've been telling you all night, but let's find out who gets the £10 gift voucher for fierce beer.
Dirty Stu.
Yes. There you go. The confetti's out. Lovely. Lovely stuff.
Have a shower, you dirty bastard. Treat yourself.
And we'll stop sharing. So yes, another very successful competition.
It was touch and go for a while there.
I thought I was going to save a tenner.
It takes time though to build up all this kind of stuff. It just takes time. And when I first started doing YouTube, it was during the pandemic. Well, we started it before that, but when we first did our first ever live stream, I think we had 7 people in, of which consisted of my wife, Mike's mum, Mike's computer that he was watching the comments on, and like 2 random people. One was from Barbados, I remember that, and one was from Ireland, and then that was it. And we do a whole live stream all night.
I'm
like
jealous.
It was wild.
Honestly, I think we should just quit tomorrow after hearing that. We're never gonna get to that level ever. We're not gonna achieve that. It's just sad.
I guess really I forgot about Mike. Mike Guthrie must have asked a question and I ignored him.
Oh,
that's all right. Mike, you don't drink beer anyway.
We'll give you a £5. Split it right down the middle. I'm sure the dirty.
I've got some nice Star Wars beer mats. You can have them back.
There you go.
Isn't that the guy that gave them to you in the first place?
Quiet, you.
Yes,
it didn't work at all. I'm trying to remove you, not give you the whole screen. So we've drank the beers. What did
Yeah,
you
what do
think
you
of
think
the last
about
beer,
this
Tom?
one? Wow, took the words right out of my mouth. Yes, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know whether we spoiled it by doing it last because it's a bit more
Well,
kind of mellower than the other beers, but it's
it's
not
the
bad.
strongest.
It's not
It's the
bad at all.
strongest beer. And I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
I
the
can definitely
artwork's
taste the
amazing.
strength of it.
I
Yep.
feel the title is still a first draft. Light to peed Pilsner.
Yeah.
I don't know why you could still call it light
to be
speed
honest.
Pilsner. I don't know
I'm
why you had
too
to make
heavy
that
to
a two.
pee at the moment, to be honest. You're going to have to put me in a wheelbarrow and whiz me over to the toilets. It's going to be a difficult journey over there. But yeah, it's not bad. I can feel the alcohol on it. Definitely tastes like feels like a 5% beer, but not a massive flavor profile to it. But kind of does the job. It's a little bit spicy, a little bit hoppy. Not a bad brew at all. Not a bad brew at all.
Not bad.
Yes.
Is
I think it's been good.
is it brewed by vocation? That
We can't figure it out.
No, we did discover that
thing
it
is-
was by Craggs. Craggs,
You know, that household name.
the household name
Eh,
Craggs. Yeah,
Who brews Stormtrooper beer?
it's really
Vocation
something to do
Brewery
off air, but
is the
good
first
that we're doing it
results.
no, really.
Yeah. Yeah, under
wow.
the About section. I should be screen sharing this, but I'm not.
you can have that for free. You know, I won't tell you.
Laziness.
But yeah, I could have maybe given you the vocation voucher, but they were probably wanting 25 quid. And who's giving that away?
not the lager logs.
Not
For sure.
not at this stage.
How did you get the name the lager?
How?
Yeah. Like, what made you come up with the word?
It was
I just taken a really bad shit, and I thought to myself, I need to start podcasting.
I remember it differently.
Okay.
It was one of those.
You hadn't been on the special K that day.
You know, Saturday night Skype sessions. What starts with like 8 people on Skype. After half an hour, it's just me and Tom. And then 3 hours later, we're still talking, we're still drinking beer bought out of Home Bargains. And it's like, you know what? We need to do something with this. Like, we're spilling gold online every week. Like, we're drinking and we're lager, and we need to like log it on a podcast. And you know, the lager and logs. And then we spent the next 10 minutes searching to make sure no one had taken those names. And I realized I'd almost bought largerlogs.com before I realized there's not 2 hours.
That's already been taken, funnily enough. Yeah, that's very active, that website is. Yeah.
More followers than us.
We got ours. Yeah, for sure.
So, your podcast, I guess, is available on like Spotify,
Yes.
Google Podcasts, all those kind of.
Yes, it's Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and if you shout at your smart device, play the Lager Logs podcast, it should listen to you on the 3rd attempt.
The 3rd attempt, guys. Keep going till number 3.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
Really?
You get there in the end.
It's almost become like from my neighbour's perspective, it almost sounds like a domestic abuse case. Play the Lager Logs podcast.
That's
like larger logs.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Your missus just wants a larger log, Stu. Come on, man. Just listen
not
to
getting
her
it.
once.
She is not.
Did you want larger logs for your fireplace? Say yes to order 25.
Are there larger logs in your area?
Much larger logs in my area. Yeah, I've seen them.
Do you guys like lager though? Because I like lager. I don't think there's anything wrong with liking lager.
No, I quite enjoy it. It's strange. I think when you look at how much beer we reviewed, lager's not like the top one, but it's definitely maybe in our top 3 of most brews that we've tried.
Yeah.
And especially when we'd done our first season in home bargains, there's lots of discount lager. So,
I'm with you.
but no,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with a good lager.
That's our new one.
Sleeper lager. Oh, is this the chloroform beer?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Does it
pretty
come
good.
with a cloth?
That's a pretty good.
No, it's my surname. It's my surname. So my surname. I wanted to do so. Lord's Brewing Co. When you look at it, it's all cask beer, and we started quite traditional, and we're quite good at that. But our keg beer kind of looked a bit janky, whilst the design was cool. So we did a Cannonball Rum one.
Oh,
That's cool.
Very nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's awesome.
Yeah, triple dry hop mountain IPA, which is great, but it just didn't quite fit the Lord's thing.
Mhm.
So I went with, I'm a petrol head, massive petrol head. So
Right.
Sleeper is kind of, well, it is a car that kind of looks rubbish, but actually is quite fast. This, I wanted to make it as plain as possible and get the word lager across the bar.
Mhm.
So that when people came in and looked at it, they would order it. You know, your Carlin guy, your Foster's guy that maybe never tried a craft brewery before.
Yeah.
So it's not too threatening. It's like
Yeah.
super
And it's got the
simple,
word lager on it.
massive writing. And if you the kind of little hidden Easter egg is that that's actually a '68 Dodge Charger fuel cap. That's what it's based on.
Ah.
Yeah, oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it's based on. So we're going to carry on probably doing silly car stuff and car Easter eggs throughout this brand, but this is basically a second brewery brand. So much like Salt is to Ossett Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we've done. So, but I will send you some when we get this in can, which it's not at the moment. I'll get some out to you. You can have it.
That sounds great.
Cheers, man. Appreciate that. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
We'll bring you in on that episode and just tell you how much we like it because we
No, you
didn't
don't
get
have
to
to
say
do
anything
that.
else.
You can drink it and
Get
say how
you
much
to review your own beer.
Just getting like, what do you think of my beer? Say something. It's good, isn't it? Lovely.
Please
Delicious,
step away.
isn't
You're
it?
scaring the children.
Jeez.
I've got your home address, all right? Think carefully.
I told you the label isn't threatening.
Well, guys, it's that time of the evening where I need a
You take
slash.
your clothes
So I
off.
don't know whether you guys
No.
want to. Yeah, that might happen as well. I don't know whether you guys want to just talk about me while I leave, but just decide amongst yourselves. I'm going to put down the headphones for a good minute or so.
You know what? I think that's a good time to end the show. We've spoke about the Star Wars beer. We've given away the gift voucher to someone, and Tom needs a pee. So, nothing else to say. Then check out the Lagerlogs at the Lagerlogs on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm being your host, Stuart Sutherland. The other guys buggered off. Congratulations. No, thank you to Scott and John for joining us. Happy Star Wars
problem.
days.
It's been a pleasure.
Bon voyage, booze hounds. Cheerio.
Cheerio.